Yo, once again, this is the Prof. Like I always say, if you're not down with the bullshit and you're down with the real shit, subscribe and like this video. Check this out, man. If truthfully you are a decent person, a smart person, well, mm, that smart person stuff might be a little bit vague, so, but whatever. A true intellectual, not artificial intelligence. There's a lot of people call themselves intellectuals and say they hell intelligent, but from being around them and their thoughts and theories and how they speak and how they enunciate and pronounce words and how they use you know different phrases and things like out of order and it's like somebody trying to pretend to know something that they don't or whatever. You can tell those people, and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about truthfully, and those that are for real, I know they can feel this and they know what I'm talking about. A lot of times the reason why with a lot of people that you talk to and have discussions with, and they go awry, and you scratching your head later trying to figure out like how did that conversation get off track the way it did or whatever and stuff like that. I mean, you like, yo, I know I was talking like with common sense and I know I was talking rational and everything. You gotta understand, sometimes, man, you could be dealing with people that truthfully are just secular world people. And those people can exist in our family. You could come to the understanding that some of your friends are like that. And when people like that embrace just that type of methodology or ideology or whatever, when they get so old, a lot of times it's just too late for them to turn back, and you can't reach people like that. This just buys into the whole theory of how they say, people get stuck in their ways as they get older. It's like that's what they've embraced for 30, 40 some years, and that's all they know. And, whether right or wrong, they roll with that because that's all they know. And a lot of times, the reason why you have a lot of uncivilized debates, um, disagreements that, you know, it doesn't make no sense how, like, it went off the tracks the way it did, and it turns into, like, from a discussion into an argument. A lot of times because you might be a person of integrity. You might be a person who has moral convictions and values, a religious person, a true relationship with God or some form of higher power. And they're secular world people. They live based upon, how this world dictates stuff. If you ever see people and they embrace, there's one thing to say you did what you had to do, or I didn't have any other choice, or and based upon an action that you did. But at the same time, you might look and say, I know it was wrong. I know, God probably didn't like what I did or whatever, but at the time, I just made that choice because I didn't know nothing else to do. And, because here's the thing God, like they said, the one being that knows your heart. Whatever that situation is, He truthfully know or knew what you truly felt and why you did what you did. But the thing about people that truthfully subscribe to secular world, type of ideology, they'll do wrong and they'll justify the wrong in the sense of it being right. See, that's the difference. You know, secular world people are the kind of people that will look at it like, let's say, if a man messes around, sleeps with another man's woman, wife, whatever. Those are those guys that say, "Hey, man, should have your game tight. Hey, man, hey, should have your broad in check. Hey, man, don't blame me. Don't hate the player, hate the game." See, those are secular world people, and there's a lot of motherfuckers like that. This causes you to, like, you know, have to keep your antennas up, you know, as far as what's going on with your wife, girlfriend, your children, because there's a lot of predators out there. And they subscribe to that mindset and ideology. They don't give a damn. If you're slipping, and I can, it's like a fox trying to get into the hen house. If nobody's watching those hens, I'm gonna get in, and then he'll say, "Hey, you gotta fault yourself because you wasn't protecting, you wasn't protecting the hens." Hey, me, I'm just he embraces being a dirty motherfucker, and he doesn't care, you know. Um, which in turn, like people like that, a lot of times they're so far gone, with being that way. And I mean, when you subscribe to the whole mindset and ideology of the secular world, that is the same as like saying basically you down with Satan. That's the same thing, you know. Just like those guys who are into all that Satanism, Aleister Crowley, do as thou wilt. That's what that is. I believe if I can do what the fuck makes me feel good, I don't give a fuck how the fuck I gotta go about doing it, who I gotta take from, steal from, fuck over, whatever, as long as I get what the fuck I need. But you can't be like that and then still try to describe yourself as a good person. That's the killing thing that trips me the fuck out. You'll have people that will do shit like that and still trying to tell you, I'm a good person at heart and blah blah. Man, shut your lying ass up. You a fake ass motherfucker. You are not a good person. You do what's in the best interest of yourself. You are a lover of self, which God says in the Bible. That's one of the things He said. Do not be a lover of self. Like that's what you are. Like you cannot have empathy, sympathize with no one. I've seen guys, I've known people. Look, man, um, I've seen situations where I've had friends, guys that people knew for years, tragically die or have some kind of misfortune that messed them up really badly. And then other guys who I know who have known that guy for a long time too. You might say, well, hey man, why didn't you go over there and talk to his mom? Did you go talk to his mom? I went over there, try to just give my condolences. All of a sudden, or did you ever go to his grave site, or did you ever go to the hospital when he was sick? All of a sudden, you got guys talking about, well, I truthfully didn't know him that well, or I truthfully didn't know his mom like that. So like, man, that ain't no damn excuse, dude. You just didn't give a fuck. But see, the reason why you can't explain that and be that honest, because it's fucked up. You know that shit wrong. In your subconscious, that's that would be some fucked up shit to just say. But that's how you feel. And I'm going like, wow, damn, for real? Damn. Well, if you could be like that with him, how the fuck I know, damn, what the fuck do you really feel about me? You know what I'm saying? That shit exists. Like I said, family, friends. You gotta watch everybody, man. It's not about just watching, you know, strangers or people outside of, close personal relationships. You gotta watch everybody because they subscribe to that ideology and that methodology. And for real, that's how you think you have the stories of brothers messing around with brothers' girlfriend and wives, or cousins doing it, or sisters sleeping with sisters' men and stuff like that, or family members breaking into other family members' houses and stealing their money or stuff like that. All kind of crazy. And people are like, damn, how could you do? Because they subscribe to that methodology. Now, in saying that, you gotta be honest with yourself. Sometimes when you got those so-called family friends, like you gotta be careful with how you deal with those people. So you gotta have different conversations for different people, and your trust level has to vary based upon who you deal with. You know, and just like Maya Angelou said, if a person tells you who they are, believe them. That's the truth. You hear your partners, you hear family members, you hear the shit that they be saying sometimes, and so you be like, damn, that's some fucked up shit. Yeah, that shit wrong. But you might not say nothing. But then people get to drinking and smoking. I heard the dirty fucked up shit he said, but they feel like, well, he ain't doing it to me, so I ain't tripping. No, you better fucking file that in your data banks and say, oh, this how this motherfucker is? Damn, he talking about so-and-so. Like, damn, man. Oh, yeah, so-and-so. Oh, shit. Okay. I better watch this motherfucker. Mm-hmm. When you have to break people down that you know and say, well, he's a cockhound. He a Captain Saberhole. He a trick ass motherfucker. Okay, that's a dude that will do you in for a woman. You better watch that motherfucker. Don't just say that's how he is and then you lax when you're around him and this and that. Cockhound type of dudes, they always talking about having sex all the time and they be talking about all kind of weird, freaky shit all the damn fucking time. Those are the dudes that if they thought they had a chance, they think your woman's attractive. If he could sleep with her, he would sleep with her. You think, oh man, I've been knowing someone for about 10 years. That don't matter. For 10 years, he been talking about, he saying all kinds, so and so, baby mama, oh, she got some big old titties. Ooh, man. I'll tell you, I had a woman like that. I'd just be, I'd be all bitch with you. He talking about one of the homeboys, one of the partners, wives or kid's mom. Okay, that's when your radar supposed to go, okay, I better watch this motherfucker around my woman. This is when you tell your woman, hey, you know what? A lot of dudes subscribe to this anyway. If this motherfucker ever come by the house and I ain't here, don't listen to this motherfucker here. Just tell him I'm gone. No, don't. He say, hey, can I just wait for him for a minute? If he headed home from work or whatever, can I say, hell no. Just say, nah, I ain't comfortable with that. I know y'all friends or whatever, but I don't have men in the house when my husband not here or my kid's father not here. And then you could appreciate, respect her because that's a decent woman. You see what I'm saying? Now, if she was a secular mind type woman, she'd just go along with what the fuck he said. Think about it. She's listening to what another man said. Can I just go, oh, okay. Instead of thinking first, well, my husband, my kid's father approve of it. That's what she's supposed to say. Fuck what he talking about. You know, it's just like the whole thing going on with, everybody talking about Aisha Curry. A lot of these women, they just not getting it. Because a lot of women that agree with what she said, and talking about, oh, you can understand, and even to do, they're secular, world-minded people. They don't care because, fuck it. Like the woman you said, oh, a lot of women feel like that or think it's understandable. This and that. That's just a lot of damn hoes and tramps undercover that y'all don't even know about. See, what people like that like is when somebody comes out and says some shit that they've been feeling and thinking the whole damn time. So that's why they congratulate them or respect them or what, because they like, oh, now somebody's out there representing my fuckery, what I like to do. Now, my scandalous nature is now not looked upon so much as being negative or bad. See? And plus, she's somebody famous enough, so it helps them feel like, oh, cool, you know, more secure in their own secular world thoughts and shit like that. And that's what different people, entities, with all this political shit going on in the world today, that's been going on, especially since the Obama administration, and has continued on through the Trump administration. That's why all these weird political agendas are going on. They're trying to gain power. They're trying to gain. They know what the fuck they're doing. But the people that's intelligent, the people who have true moral convictions, and the people who really have a sense of righteousness, y'all can't go along with this shit. The things they're talking about doing, they're playing chess. The whole transgender type thing. Come on now. They talking about violation of their rights or whatever. I'm not supposed to be, as a concerned parent, a man sitting up here talking about, well, if I want to live my life as a woman and go into the woman's bathroom, I got a young daughter and she go in the bathroom, and a man is going into the bathroom with my daughter, and I'm supposed to be okay with that because he identifies as a woman. He has the opportunity to basically, let's say that was whole off facade. Nobody really knows. He could be like, yeah, see, this will get me in close with women and females and young girls. Now I can go here and molest on somebody, get my sexual fantasies off. And then, uh, and, and stop the girl from telling, he just killed her. Leave her in the bathroom stall, leave her out of there. Next thing you know, somebody in there, there's a little girl here bleeding. What? He killed her. He been in love with. What's somebody gonna say? Oh, they looking for a woman. What if he go outside? He change his clothes or whatever the hell. Go somewhere not too far. Change his clothes. He look like a man again. You see a man go in that bathroom. You see the so-called woman go in the bathroom, right? And you seen a so-called woman come out. And he went somewhere, not too far down the road, changed his clothes. He look like a man. They look for somebody on camera that fits this certain description. They looking around. They don't see the person. He took the clothes, put them in a bag, put them in the truck, where the fuck, some shit, threw them in the garbage can. Who the fuck knows? But nobody's thinking about stuff like when you get caught up in that whole worldly view, that secular world type of view. That's how they brainwashing y'all. And everybody, you got a lot of people that going on. Well, yeah, they should be able to be their own selves and do what they want to do, and everybody should have freedom for this, freedom for that. You got to think about the ramifications of things sometimes if you allow certain things to go on. Can't just say, hey, you want to do something? Okay, fine, go ahead. If kids just want to start eating crayons, is somebody going to advocate for them to eat crayons because they're expressing their whatever the fuck sensitivities as far as wanting to try different textures of inanimate objects to see what they taste like, and we should let them do that because if we don't, we're stopping their growth as children, as far as establishing who they are as individuals and stuff like that because they're being dictated to what to eat, and that's stopping their independence. What the fuck? You gotta think that sounds crazy, right? But that's just it applies across the board to a lot of different shit in society. Any of you guys out there notice that sports in the last couple of years have kind of picked up and seen more exciting? Why? Because that Kaepernick shit has died the fuck down. It got to the point that every damn fucking sports uh, talk show on TV was talking about giving that shit like at least an hour, a good hour. They would talk about the sports for a minute, bam, back to Kaepernick. Talk about what somebody did in a game for a minute, back to Kaepernick. And it was like, what the fuck? Are we watching sports? Or just a political debate? What the fuck? And it was messing sports up. People don't understand. It wasn't a fact about discussing what Kaepernick was talking about. It just didn't need to be on that platform. Everything don't need to be on all platforms. That's a political agenda. There's things kids don't not. Wait a minute, they're kids. What happened to the saying? You're supposed to let kids be kids. But they're putting all kind of adult type themes in cartoons. Why is that? Where's the good in that? Where's the righteousness in that? Where's the help with them advancing in life and bettering themselves in that? Having homosexual cartoons, cartoons with homosexual innuendo, uh, that has nothing. But if you in this world, then you say that we talking about protecting the children, and the gay community would rather come out and say, try to criticize you, saying, see, you're insensitive to our needs and our well-being and to our civil rights and our liberties, and it should be respected just as everybody else. We're talking about children. For what the hell? If we want to protect the children, the interest of the children, so your gay lifestyle supersedes the welfare of the children. And you got a lot of damn people subscribing to that ideology. I said, yeah, they're right. They got a point. You know, Gabrielle Union taking Dwayne Wade's kid's son to a gay parade, and that ain't even her child. And he's okay with that? Damn, thanks, Dad. Where's those kids' biological mom? Regardless of what they got into or what her problems may be, I don't know. I don't know how he got custody of children, what that's all about. But when something like this one, she would have every right, and I would say she should intervene and say, wait a minute, I know you got custody of the kid, but what the fuck is going? How the hell is this woman? What is this woman doing taking my son to a gay group? And he's just, and in a situation like that, She would have him dead to rights. He couldn't even come back and say, "Look, woman, I'm gonna teach you." No, 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 you wrong, dude. She'd have every right to voice her opinion on that. But that's what it is, man. There's a lot of people that subscribe to that secular world notion. And they're buying into all this political agenda and stuff like that. And that's why the world seems so bizarre, and like they say, the bizarre world, where everything is backwards. And that's what's going on. Kids are disrespecting adults. People are understanding the kid for doing it, talking about they got a right to their opinion and thought, and they should be able to express themselves. And people are trying to push more so for adults to look at kids as contemporaries. Yeah, that also lends itself to pedophilia because now they're going to be talking about they believe that the kids, and they've been talking about that stuff. They think that they have the wherewithal mentally to make a decision to be in a relationship with a grown person. See, all these things are building blocks to some agenda meant to happen and be established later on. So people got to be smart. That's why you got to use your brain. Where is this going? Why are you saying this? What is the intention behind what you're saying? Hold on. Sometimes just on the surface, that whole on the surface thinking, and just leaving it at that, that ain't good enough, man. You gotta go beneath the surface. See, the true intellectuals go beneath the surface. And that's what they don't want your ass to do. And when you got a powerful voice and you start really getting people to understand that, man, those individuals that gotta be a little bit careful. Because that's just what the powers that be don't want you to do. They want you to be secular world mentality, surface thinking people, so that everything that's gonna get uprooted or that's gonna sprout roots from underneath the surface can happen without you being ready or prepared for it. And then once that root has bared fruit, it's gonna be too late. You know, if you put apple seeds into the ground and keep on, you fertilize the soil, and you give it all the things that it need. Nobody intervenes to say anything to it. Eventually, you're gonna look out there one day where those seeds were planted, and you're gonna see an apple tree. Well, you might not want that apple tree to be there, but it's there now because nobody did anything to stop it. If somebody had probably did something to stop it, it would have been more easier than now. What you got to do is try to chop it down. Because now that it's here, now people will try to protect the tree because it's here now. So some things should not be allowed to grow. And you got to nip it in the bud and stop it right when you see that something bad is brewing.